Hello, my friends. Greg2G here, and today I'm just gonna give you some tips and advice, sort of stuff about Raziel, because navigating this game can be kind of a chore. There's a lot of stuff to click on, tap on, whatever you want to call it, and yeah. So here's a few tips and tricks. All right, we'll start off with probably the most commonly asked question, and that is, how do I unlock the Puppetmaster, or AKA the Necromancer? And yeah, it's kind of hard to. They don't really tell you this in the game, but okay, if you go up to here, let me actually show you what I just clicked on. This adventure button right here. If we click on this, then we open this basically sort of daily quest sort of thing, but you don't have to do it on a specific day. You can actually go back and complete these. Like as you can see right here, we're on day 6 already, but I could go back and complete this day 2 stuff or day 3 stuff if I wanted to. But yeah, this is where you actually unlock the Puppetmaster. So you see at 300 points right here, we can unlock Isadora. So basically, yeah, you have to go through and make sure you're doing all these activities in this thing so you can get the activity points to unlock her. But this is kind of confusing at the same time because, and I thought this as well, I was like, okay, I know I've gotten way over 300 activity points, because they use the term activity points in several different places, but they like depending on where you're looking at it, these activity points, for example, here in these dailies, you get plus 10 activity points for doing this, but this is exclusively for just this bar on the bottom of this screen. So every screen has its own activity points. They don't share and stuff like that. So yeah, I was really confused. I'm like, I've gotten like thousands of activity points. How have I not unlocked her yet? But yeah, that's the reason. So pretty much everything has their own like activity points. Like weeklies here, they also have an activity point system, and the monthly as well. So there's a lot of different places that say activity points, but they are specifically to that screen. Okay. Also, one thing to note here is that you can only get 100 of these points per day. So it's going to take at least 3 days of you getting every single one of these done for you to actually get her unlocked as soon as possible. And that includes getting to level 60 in the first 3 days. So let's go ahead and unlock her right now. I think I can do this by, so on day 5 here, it says I can enhance a gear to plus 10. I should get it. I guess the chest piece to plus 10. Let's find out. Okay, was that it? Let's see, adventure. Oh, frick. They want every slot to be plus 10. All right, so let's unlock her. So I just went and enhanced all my gear to plus 10 to get me the 20 activity points I need to unlock Isadora, the Puppetmaster. And then you get this unlocking material. And then if you don't know already how you unlock, I mean, you just basically go over here on your left side of the screen, go to deploy, and she just shows up right there. And then if you want to pull her into your group, you just pull her down right there. So that's how you get the Puppetmaster. All right, another real quick tip about a specific challenge that is kind of confusing in its wording. So first we're going to go into our task button over here, go and tap on the task, and on our dailies, this is a daily, this is every day you have to do this. It says challenge any land of trials once, and that's kind of a vague statement there, but it's actually really simple. So, and I actually didn't figure this out for a couple of days, but you see up here next to the minimap, there's a button called Trials. So I thought this was actually supposed to be something about, actually like killing stuff, but you can actually just go in here into the training ground and just go in here for a few seconds. Doesn't matter what difficulty it is. Just go in here. Maybe, I don't even know if you even have to hit the dude at all, but you can just go in here and, basically finish it. You can basically go into training mode and then go straight out like that, and that's it. Apparently there's a guild trial thing. I'm not in a guild, so I don't know anything about that. I'm definitely going to have to take some time to learn about guilds in the release version of the game. But yeah, Land of Trials, I guess. Like the wording is so confusing, so yeah. I'm maybe I'm the only one. But in case anyone else didn't know what the heck to do for that, that's all you do. All right, the next tip I have for you, this is kind of a 2-for-1 here, is about gold cards and gold coupons. We'll start with gold cards. They're a little bit more rare. You probably won't get one for the first few days, but once you do get them, make sure you do use them right away. So in order to find out where those are, we're going to go into our item bag up here, and then under the far left, the find section, we have gold bonus cards. Gold obtained from killing monsters in battle plus 25%. Tap the use button to put into effect. So I kind of waited to start to use these because I didn't know how long they actually lasted, but they do last for 24 hours. We can see that. Mine's been up for a few hours already, but if we go into our menu on the bottom right and then into view buff and my exclusive buffs and click on exclusive buff, you see I've still got almost 19 and a half hours left on mine. So yeah, they last a long time, so don't be afraid to don't try to save them or anything. Like just go ahead and use them straight away. It's really nice to get all that extra gold because gold is very important in this game. And then we can move on to the second part of this which is the gold coupons. So you get these from doing like all sorts of things. Mostly like doing dailies, getting achievements and stuff like that. You can see 1 gold coupon equals 200 gold. I have 780 right now. So if I wanted to, I could redeem these 780 and get 156,000 gold. Just like that. Now the other way you can get these is by sending them and receiving them to friends. So you get, I'm not sure how many per day actually exactly, but you get some per day that you can send to friends. And they also get some that they can send to you. So make sure you add as many friends as you possibly can and start pruning ones that are offline for a couple days if you don't really know them personally. But yeah, try to get as many friends as you can so they can send you gold coupons. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. All right, the next tip is just going to be a real quick one because it's something I neglect a lot personally, and that's don't forget to check your casket. So you see this red dot on your casket up here. Yeah, try to click on that straight away, but don't get baited because it'll show you like a red dot, like 880 to buy this. I mean, I could go ahead and do that right now actually, because you do want to save up to buy 10. So I didn't even actually realize that I had enough to buy 10. But yeah, there's also the free to obtain right here, which refreshes 3 times a day, I believe. You got to kind of stay on top of it, and I really neglected this in the beta. I have to really try hard to make sure I stay on top of this in the release version. And on that note as well, there's a bunch of other stuff in here that you can use to buy. You get these tokens from just doing activities in the games, and yeah, might as well spend them. If you got it, might as well spend them. Just make sure you're not spending diamonds and stuff on that. And yeah, just one more on that note, since it is kind of pet related, just make sure you're going ahead and training up your pets and making sure they're well fed and stuff too, because the pets are pretty important. Pets are pretty important. Take care of the little guys. And here's somewhere I kind of royally screwed up. So, okay, once you unlock these magic stones, and by the way, to unlock these, you need to get to Abyss Demon Land. I just want to call it Greater Rifts because it's so much easier. Greater Rift, like tier 2, tier 2 4 or tier 2 5 or something like that. But anyway, once you unlock these, so these things are awesome. These are like they're basically items, and these are the bottom 2 items that are locked on your character until you hit like level 60, I think. But so yeah, you can add in these little things over here to basically put in whatever stats you want. But there's one stipulation here. And this is where I messed up, because I thought that down here you see the filler stat, the number of filler stats you can get on this one in particular. You can add in 7 different stats. So I thought once you add in the 7 stats, you get the legendary stat. I thought like once you fill it up, you get the legendary stat and you're good. But that is not the case. So I did that. I filled it up with 7 stats, and then I went to the M.Stone backtrack up here. Okay, so you can basically, you can backtrack your stats, but it costs gold, and you're not guaranteed to get back the things that you added in there. So, like for this one right here, this is a different one. I'm gonna go ahead and do this just for, yeah, it's at a high chance to get all of them back, but I only got two of the 4 back. So yeah, it kind of hurts. So you don't want to mess this up. You really don't want to mess this up the first time around. But yeah, how this works, if you want to get the legendary stat, which is pretty important on most of these, is you see down here it says filler stat attack reaches 0 out of 460 to activate. So we need an attack stat to reach 460, and it has to be just straight attack. Because if you see here, like if I add this skill attack, no, that doesn't work. It has to be something like this that adds straight attack. So, and as you add them, it kind of rolls. So you get a random number between, like, for the example here, 567 and 850. We'll add this one in. And we got a 757. That's a pretty good roll. But yeah, these are pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system, but just don't make the same mistake I did and throw in 7 things and think that you're going to get that legendary stat, because that's not how it works. You have to actually add a specific stat. So this one, we have the filler stat as attack, and we have some other ones, M.Stones. I think the other one I had was for magic attack. But yeah, every stone has a specific stat that it needs in order to activate this legendary stat. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Yeah, hopefully some of this stuff will help some of you guys out there. You're probably going to forget it by the time the game releases, so make sure you bookmark, subscribe, and all that good stuff so you remember where you found this video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of this stuff should be pretty helpful. One thing I'm not 100% sure about is if the Puppeteer will actually be the same way to unlock as it was in beta. That could be something that might change for the release version. I hope it stays the same though, because it would be nice to be able to get the Puppeteer within 3 days. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Stay beautiful, and we'll see you next time. GG's.